I'm Angie.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're
Happy Healthy
Vegan. Hey, so it's Veganuary, you guys. In fact, it's the 6th annual Veganuary, and this UK-based group has now spread their operations into America as well. So it's bigger and better than ever, and a lot of people are really excited.
Well, apparently not everyone's that excited. UK TV show This Morning just made their annual hit piece on Veganuary with the super sensationalistic title, "Has Veganuary Gone Too Far?"
Like, what? Look, will they have like too many recipes and vegan resources on their website? I mean, what?
It makes no sense.
So last year's This Morning piece was a little more neutral in title. It was like, is Veganuary New Year's latest trend?
Yeah.
As the guest, they brought out the founder of Veganuary, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you gave lots of good information about Veganuary, as you would hope for. However, for some reason, the producers of This Morning found that they needed to bring out an anti-vegan to try to dissuade people from going vegan. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, what was their thinking
What's the point? I mean, it's about Veganuary. It's not a debate. Veganuary is not a philosophical issue. Does it exist or not? No, you just should have let the founders speak about Veganuary.
So I can only imagine the discussions behind the scenes of putting together this year's Veganuary episode. They're like, last year was great and all. Like, a lot of people really responded to Julie Bindel, and we got a lot of clicks. But, the founder of Veganuary, just a little too polite.
He was extremely polite. He let Julie talk a lot, pretty much over him for the most part.
I know, exactly. So probably this year they're like, we need someone that's got a little more pep.
Yeah, I think they want to get more fireworks, a real debate this time.
Drama.
So enter Joey Carbstrong.
There's been so many exposés. I've been in slaughterhouses myself. I've been out the front of gas chambers in Manchester hearing pigs scream for their lives. High welfare slaughter is a fairy tale. That is nonsense.
Now, who could we get to debate the vegan activists? It'll really rile them up.
Who?
Oh, I know. And she's on a book tour right now. Let's get Rachel Carrie, the glamorous huntress that has a new book, Game and Gatherings, a cookbook.
I don't shoot deer in the head, first of all. I actually shoot them through the heart because it's the quickest, most ethical death.
Shooting someone in the heart is ethical?
And now you have the perfect recipe for a very heated debate about veganism.
But what does that have to do with Veganuary?
Absolutely nothing.
How did Veganuary go too far?
So first I was going to make my typical response video where I go point by point through everything the anti-vegan said to show how it was just complete nonsense, not backed by evidence, often just making stuff up. But I saw that Joey did a really fine job responding to all our anti-vegan nonsense.
I actually was a vegetarian when I was younger, for the same amount of years as Joey's been a vegetarian.
I'm not a vegetarian, I'm a vegan.
It didn't work out for me for health reasons. I became really quite anemic and quite poorly when I was little.
That's an anecdote. We have the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, one of the most credible organisations on health on earth, and they say that a vegan diet can be healthy for all stages of life, including infancy, pregnancy.
I think fostering high animal welfare standards is absolutely the way that we all should go. I think
not
it's
killing
fantastic.
them is welfare.
Can you answer me the question of how many animals die to protect your crops that you eat? Or how many animals die? How many animals die, and how much biodiversity dies?
Let me answer you.
When we clear rainforest.
Most of the crops are fed to animals in animal agriculture. 90% of the soy, the majority of cropland is fed to animals in animal agriculture. They eat grasses, they eat grain. Pigs eat grain. 90% of the pigs in the UK are factory farms. So all of those crops are going to animals. Okay, if you eat the plants directly, we have magnitudes less cropland. 75% less farmland used if we adopt a vegan diet.
Do you have a dog?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm a travelling activist and I don't have a dog. What's this?
I just wondered if you had a dog, and if you had a dog, what you fed it. Yeah, I have 3.
So why do you shoot other animals and not your dog? How do you claim to be an animal lover and shoot deer in the head?
But I decided here not to make my typical response video because it'd be basically the same video I make every week here, and the same video I made last year, respond to the same repetitive anti-vegan nonsense.
I know. Imagine how tired we are.
Yes, hearing the same dumb arguments day after day, week after week, and Joey is, I'm sure, too.
Yeah, my thought while watching it was like, oh boy, these early morning like entertainment news program viewers are probably not going to like Joey Carbstrong. I mean, we know why he's frustrated because
I would
it's
have
the same stuff.
I would have the same reaction as Joey.
But I was thinking, I bet a lot of people were saying how rude he was, yada yada yada, and sure enough, I just found an article before sitting down to record this that was exactly about that. So yeah, of course, Daily Mail. Daily Mail.
Yeah.
If becoming a vegan means I become an angry know-it-all, then no way. Wow, this vegan isn't even helping the vegan message, making me want a burger more, if I'm honest.
Yeah, sure. Get a vegan burger.
Yeah, good one. Like, can we just talk about how she denied what her end goal is?
I'm not making a month called, Meaty March or anything.
You're promoting your book, which is promoting hunting. You're promoting your way of life. Your solution, I think, is for the 66 million people in the UK to go out and hunt wild game.
Absolutely not. That's
so what is your
my solution?
Absolutely not, huh?
I call shenanigans because I'm on her website right now. She's talking about her book. It's all like splashed on the front page. I want to share my field to fork lifestyle and dispel the myths that game is complicated to cook, hard to get a hold of, or that game is, well, too gamey. I want to inspire others to bring game into their own kitchen, and there's never been a better time. Game is abundant, accessible, healthier, and much kinder in terms of the environment and animal welfare. Blah, blah, blah. First of all, game.
Yeah, what a nice word to hide the fact that you're shooting an innocent animal, needlessly.
Now, so we just read her own words. That sounds like she's saying that there's plenty of animals wandering around out there that you can just go out and kill and bring into your home and feed your family. That's what Joey Carbstrong said that she's doing is exactly what she's doing.
Calling her out that tens of millions of people in Britain you could go out and just shoot animals.
Of course he's mad.
Do you understand what would happen to a woodland and the ecology in that woodland and the biodiversity if we just left deer unmanaged?
So what's that got to do with the topic?
But if you're a wildlife lover and an animal lover, surely you would support biodiversity.
I don't support shooting deer in the head.
I mean, she has the nerve to say it's better for biodiversity for animals to be killed. But it's a well-known fact if more people were to go vegan, it would be better for biodiversity because animal agriculture is by far the #1 leading source of biodiversity loss on our planet. And more nonsense about the environment and saying that veganism is bad for the environment. Veganism is responsible for deforestation in the Amazon.
How many animals die and how much biodiversity dies when we clear rainforest?
I mean, it's a well-known fact that animal agriculture is the #1 cause of Amazon rainforest destruction. Yet she's going off blaming vegans for eating avocados.
Most of the crops are fed to animals in animal agriculture. 90% of the soy, the majority of cropland is fed to animals in animal agriculture.
I've never seen a cow eating an avocado.
No, not the avocado argument. Julie Bindel made that last year.
I mean, even the hosts were giving him some crap.
I'm very angry about this.
The earth is being destroyed, animals are being abused.
It's almost like you can't hear the opposing view.
Because it's nonsense. Crop deaths is nonsense.
But that's not nonsense
Yeah, crop deaths are nonsense because most of the crops are being fed to the animals that people eat.
So if they were legitimately doing a morning entertainment news program about Veganuary, I mean, wouldn't you rather have it focus on what Veganuary actually is and what it does?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's a resource.
Yeah. For instance, they could have had one of the local restaurants that are listed on the Veganuary site to come out and share some of their food and talk about the menu they're having this month. They could have had a chef or even just a normal, everyday person make some of the recipes that are on the Veganuary website and try those to see what they're like. They could have had some experts to talk about the medical things
because
going on.
Rachel the hunter claimed she was a vegetarian a long time. She said when she was younger for 6 years, but became anemic, and they could have had a health expert show that vegetarians have no more risk for anemia than non-vegetarians. And there's actually a page on the Veganuary site explaining the very same thing too. So they've totally missed. It was a fail as far as showing what a resource Veganuary is for people who are interested in trying to go vegan for the month of January.
Yeah, I think it really just this is a prime example of how poorly the major media handles the issue of veganism, and how it just really seems like, I mean, you guys know, it always seems like they're trying to take us out for some reason. Like they're so threatened by the idea of vegans that they have to continually make these stupid hit pieces.
So we, unlike this morning, fully support Veganuary. So much so that we're offering Angie's book, the ebook of Keep It Carb Baby, for half price, $6.50 for the rest of January.
Oh yeah, it started off as a Black Friday sale, and I was like, let's do a Christmas sale, and I was like, let's do a Veganuary sale. Let's just keep this going because you know, Joey was trying to talk about how easy it is to eat vegan. You know, you just legumes, grains, vegetables, fruits, you know, and, you know, we say that a lot on this show, and a lot of the other shows talk about, you know, that it's easy and cheap to be vegan. We had to discuss that last year with the whole Julie Bindel saying that
it's an entitled privilege diet, which it's totally not.
So that's what my book focuses on, how to take those simple, easy to find ingredients and make wholesome, healthy, satisfying meals. So, you know, I really would like to get this information into your guys' hands to help you navigate not only Veganuary, but hopefully the rest of your lives. So I'm super curious, did any of you guys happen to catch this live on TV? Because I think I would freak out if I turn on my TV and there's Joey Carbstrong, you know,
fighting with a hunter.
I know, it's a
hunter
little
lady.
bit crazy.
Glamorous hunter lady. Yeah, or if you saw it on YouTube after the fact, like I did, let us know how you thought it went, how you thought Joey conducted himself. I thought he handled himself just fine. Like I said, I probably would have conducted myself in a very similar way as well.
Oh man, I just can't help but remember when we were on
the Doctors
when
TV
we were on the
show.
Doctors, and they were trying to, you know, assassinate us as banana eaters or whatever. Like, I was trying to smile, but my lips were quivering. I was so angry.
Yeah, what was going on in your head?
I was trying to press my lips together so I wouldn't start yelling. Honestly, I was so mad. I was really mad.
I'll link to that here so you can watch that. So you'll know Angie's got this big smile on her face, but deep down inside she wanted to just like go out there and attack. So yeah, let us know down below. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you thought of having me and Angie respond to one of these anti-vegan videos. It's been a few months. Probably maybe that last one was last year.
I don't know if I'm going to be checking the comments, guys.
Anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, guys, let's vote vegan.